may be familiar with sort of a crispy noodle type Asian inspired salad. And you may also love croutons on your salad. So this is a bit of a twist, a bit of a fusion between those two ideas. So we are making a chicken Asian slaw, but we're going to be utilizing some of our leftover wraps this week. So rather than wasting it, we're actually gonna give it a new life. So let's get into it. I'm going to start with our dressing. So we've got some gluten-free soy. We've got some peanut oil. I'm gonna save a little bit to toast our noodles. Some sesame oil, some rice wine vinegar, some stevia for a little bit of added sweetness. So we've got a little bit of our homemade sweet chili sauce for a little bit of extra bite, as much or as little as you like. The recipe for that is on our website. So that's our dressing all mixed. We'll set that aside. I always like to do the dressing first because it lets the flavors really become sort of all one beautiful flavor. So we can sort of put all of our salad ingredients into here. The first thing that I want to do is slice up our capsicum. So nice long strips so that it complements the shapes and the textures of all of our other dishes. If you're using the walls or the sides of the capsicum, you can get these nice, beautiful long strips. So all of our capsicum into the bowl. And then we've got our wombok. So we've just shredded that. We're gonna have to toss this very gently because the size of our bowl is gonna be quite tight. We've got some beautiful shredded carrot here. We've got our chicken. So this could be yesterday's roast. It might be barbecue chicken that you've pulled apart and you're serving the drumsticks with something else. Utilize something that is already cooked that will speed up this process. Always cook a bit extra because you can always utilize it for something else later. I'll use about half of my spring onions and I'll save a little bit to dress right at the end. We've got some beautiful mint leaves here, all straight in. I really hate wasting things in my house. So we've eaten a few wraps this week, so I'm going to utilize the rest of the wraps rather than throwing them away. You could freeze them, but this is an opportunity for you to do something a little bit different with them. So I'm going to slice them in half like that, and then slice 5 to 7 millimeter strips, which is going to become our crunchy noodle or crouton for this dish. So it's going to add a nice toasty texture and crunch to this otherwise very fresh dish. So into my fry pan, I'm going to double up on the flavors that we used in the dressing. A little bit of sesame oil, a little bit of peanut oil, and then we're going to toast our noodles. So you don't have to just use wraps as a sandwich alternative. They can be used for a whole variety of things. It's just a little bit about thinking outside of the box. So I'm just coating them in that oil, which will mean that none of them are going to stick together. And then I'm going to let them toast and warm through. So while that's happening, we can toss our salad together with the dressing so that it's all ready at about the same time. So I've given our wrap noodles some time to cool in the pan, so you can hear that they've gone even crunchier upon cooling. So we've got our salad ready, we've got our plate ready to plate up. Now, if you wanted this salad to keep a little bit longer, for instance, if you're eating it tonight but you wanted to be able to utilize it again tomorrow night, don't dress it. So just keep your dressing separately, then it doesn't go soggy, and then you can dress it as you go. So we're gonna take a nice big pile of our salad, making sure you've got a little bit of everything. So we're doing it just off center, making sure that all of our colors and textures are visible. So now we can pour over some of our dressing, making sure we get a little bit of everything, giving it a quick stir beforehand. And then we've got all of our other little toppings here. So we've got some bean sprouts. We've got a few more spring onions. And then we've got our toasty, crispy, noodly, crouton-y wrap invention here. And then we've got some toasted sesame seeds. So just so that we've got all of those colors and textures and flavors. And I don't know about you, but that looks pretty good to me, and I'm quite excited to get stuck into that. So think about different ways that you can utilize the things in your kitchen. This is really just a very easy innovation to utilize wraps before they go off. We don't want to have any waste. There is our Asian Chicken Slaw, with crispy noodles.